Hey, welcome back to Nexion Analytics, y'all. So today I'm going to show you how you can make a Power BI paginated report connecting straight to your semantic model within Power BI service. Check this out. All right, so what we want to do is right click on data sets now. We're going to add our data in. So we're going to go to add data set. And here what we want to do is select the data source, and then we're going to go to Query Designer. And once we're in Query Designer, we can simply see any of our measures that we have built out with our semantic model, any of our tables as well, and we have our fact and dimension tables here. So what we want to do is maybe just select a measure. So I'm just going to put total in here, and I'm going to execute it, and we can see the total value is 18,850. So that's everything that we have, right? Now let's say I want to bring in total hires, bring in total losses as well. We're going to run that. We can see the total value. Now, what if I want to bring in current personnel? What is that going to do for us? Let's bring in full name. And we're going to execute that. And the problem is now is that we see every single person repeated and values repeated. That's not going to look good within the report. So what we want to do is delete that, because we don't want repeated information, right? And maybe we want to bring in dimension values instead. So let's do role name, and let's do company name as well. So we're going to run that now. Oop, not company name. Let's do branch name. That's my fault. And now we have every single role within every branch, right? And we have good values here. So let's go ahead and press OK. And then now what we have is the function actually wrote itself here just by what we did in Query Designer. So we're going to press OK. And now we can see our data set actually popped up here. So what do we want to do now? We actually want to build a simple table. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to select Table, and we'll insert table, and we'll just plop it right here. And now what we want to do is just go to branch name, maybe add that, maybe add role name as well, and total. And we'll simply click on run. And now we have the totals for every different location. But let's just say we want to see only the branch name. So we're going to delete this column, and we're going to show the total in branch name. And we're going to run that. And now the problem is we see every single branch name is repeated. And that's because it's running based upon the exact function that we had written within Query Design. So in order to fix this, we need to delete role name. We can't delete it here because it's still going to run. What we need to do is go back to Dataset Properties. Then once we get here, we're going to have to go back to Query Designer. And then we can see that we have our different columns here. So we can elect to delete something. And we're just going to delete role name. We're going to run this. And now we have the exact table that we want that we're going to replicate here. We're going to press OK. And then you can see it's actually removed from here as well. And we press OK again, and now we see that it's gone. And what we want to do is maybe add total hires and even total losses. And we'll go ahead and run that. And now we have everything that we want within our table, right? It actually runs properly now. So we don't have to do anything else. And now what we're going to do is we're going to simply go to Insert and just build a chart based upon what we have. And we have so many different options here, right? But we're going to go ahead and select bar. We're going to do a cluster bar. We're going to press OK. And we're just going to blow this up a little bit. I'm going to bring it over here. And we're going to click on anywhere in the chart. And then we're going to simply bring in branch name, because to be our categories. Totals, values, losses as well, and hires. You can see everything's just dynamically changing as we click on it. And once you right click, you can see all these different options too within it. If you want, you can change everything based upon font, style, all the different options. But what we want to do is really test that it runs properly. So we're going to click on run now. And now we have our actual chart running properly. We have total losses that they have, and total hires based upon the entire data set. And this is matching this table. Now, what else can you do? Now let's talk about the other issue that I mentioned, which is if we make another data set. So if I add a data set, and then we select Nexion, Query Designer, and then let's just say we want to do role now. So role name, and we want to do a measure of total. We're going to execute that real quick. We can see our total here. We're going to press OK. We're going to see the query actually listed here. We're gonna press OK again. Then now we have two data sets, right? So let's just say I want to bring in the role name now into this. Is that possible? Let's see. And then now it's going to return you an error, which is only fields from the current data set 1 can be added. And this is what I was talking about, is that you can only keep the data set 1 attributes within the same table, same structure of data that you're propagating. So we're going to press OK. And then instead what we have to do, go to Insert, go to Table, Insert Table. We'll put that here. We'll put role name here. And then total. And then let's see if we can run everything, even though they're two different data sets. Let's see how that looks. We can actually delete this column as well. We can delete that column and run it. And here we are. We still have our data. So this is how you bypass that issue, is if you want to keep different data points together, but also have different layers, you can then just create multiple data sets of the same semantic model data structure that you have. There's also different options as well where you can add titles, footers, different designs as well. I'll show you an example real quick just so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so this is just something on Microsoft Learn, so you can use this as well. But this is just a template, a way you can actually showcase data. Now, another benefit behind Report Builder is that you can have unlimited amount of rows, right? So you can just dump as much data as you want in here and then select exactly what you want presented. You can also publish this to Power BI service, or you can print it out depending on what you want to do. Another option is going to be something like this. So this is how it would look as a preview mode within Report Builder, and this would be your actual output. Now, one con is that people aren't actually using this as much, but it can help you because your use case may be unique and it may support where you're operating. But just to differentiate between Power BI Desktop and Report Builder is that Paginated reporting is built for ready intelligence. So it's ready to deliver, whereas Desktop is made for more interactivity behind the data that you're propagating. With that said, hope this video helps you out. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, thanks for watching, yo.